As you are well aware, we filed an appeal against the judgment of the Court of Appeal in respect of the budget of the state. The budget has since expired. We are now talking of 2025 budget, but that appeal had to do with 2024 budget. Secondly, with respect to the defection, the legislators, it was after the judgment of the High Court, Judicial, and the Court of Appeal that they defected. So the question of their defection is now pending before the Federal Court in Port Harcourt. So, and that is why we withdrew the appeal on the ground that it has been overtaken by events. All right? So it was our own, we withdrew the appeal, contrary to the misinformation that had been created in the minds of Nigerians. We withdrew the appeal, and that is the normal thing, to have it dismissed because we have joint issues.
So having withdrawn it, does it not mean that Amewule remains the speaker?
No. He has defected. After the judgment of the lower court, he has defected. And that is being challenged now in the Federal High Court. Yeah. Thank you.
You don't worry about those people that are delusional. Eh? They think we are still sleeping. Let me tell you people so that they will hear wherever they are. I wanted to help them. Sincerely, because I know them. And I've said it before. These are people that I've helped. I pay their children's school fees. I pay their house rent. I know somebody said, I didn't know my father was a sheriff. My father was already a sheriff officer from 2005 when I started working in finance. So if he says my father was a sheriff officer, yes, my father was a sheriff officer. Before I started working here, I was even a sheriff manager. So I wasn't a beggar. I had enough that I could eat and extend to people. So if you say, I didn't know it was a sheriff, I was a sheriff manager in my own corner. So I wanted to help them. We all knew what happened when they crossed. And how did they cross? Because of our God. For them to make that mistake. They are gone and they are gone.
There's a militant build-up in the Niger Delta area, and it looks like the governor whereabouts is unknown, as the government house is currently under lock and key. What does that portend to Nigerian economy? Knowing fully well that Rivers State alone produced 75% of national revenue. As it stands now, the constitution, the way it stands now, it looks like Rivers State is no longer part of Nigeria, given the Supreme Court judgment. Can the federal government stand militancy this time?
Thank you for having me. I think this is a danger, a coup to our democracy, because one will say we're no longer in democracy, we are in dictatorship. Because these are part of what Dele Farotimi wrote in his book about the corruption in our judicial system, what they are doing. And the fact that young man, because he said the truth, some people feel that they have the monopoly and they carry him, they went to lock him, or they came to Lagos and kidnap him. Look at what are the shenanigans that have just happened in Rivers State, just because of one man. Try that they have the influence of the president, they can influence the president to do whatever he like. But I keep telling people that one thing the Nigerian politicians don't know, that when you destroy the institution just because of your personal interest, you will not stay there forever. Let me call the person for you without no fear of anybody. Wike today that is fighting hard to make sure he remove Fubara, that Fubara is his problem. Whoever that is bringing to replace Fubara today, if he succeed with the federal government, how is he sure that the person will still play 100% to his aim? Look at the case of Kaduna today, where Rufai thought by using this incubate governor, he will cover his secret, he will do everything. He did everything to make sure even when it is glaring that the opposition won the election. But Rufai did today, as I speak to you, what is happening in Kaduna State? What is happening in Kaduna State? Let me come to Lagos State because we felt that what Tinubu is doing, Tinubu is trying to do dictatorship. Not this one is not democracy. That's why I told you that the gathering of them gathering at either IBP Lord trying to do this thing, they are just wasting of time because these Nigerian leaders are not ready. The only person that I know that he was sincere enough to make sure he strengthened our democracy was Ebele Goodluck Jonathan. Before the Northerner, with their evil agenda, they kick him out. But Buhari came and worsted everything, and Tinubu have come to start where Buhari has stopped. Look at it now. Tinubu is doing every possible mess to everybody will decide the judgment will favor them. And we are saying it is not good to our democracy. It is not good. We are in this country where the almost 27 lawmakers in Rivers State, they decamp on their own. On their own, they say they are not more a member of PDP. There was no crisis in PDP. And in our constitution, electoral constitution, our constitution stated clearly that when there is no division in your party and you leave your party, you have left your seat. Then if they have lost their seat, how come you say Fubara does not have right to choose out of the four who will be the speaker, who will present the budget for? The same thing they are accusing Fubara for now was Wike himself did it during his term, where he used 4 members to pass out budget. But he came now because of he having influence with the presidency. They have turned the case upside down. Let me tell you, that's why I say without no fear of favor. I am entitled to my opinion. I am in Nigeria. I am suffering. That Nigeria, we have 3 arms of government before now. But the APC came out mostly under this Tinubu government. Let me shock you that we have 1 arms of government, which of the executive. The judiciary and the legislature are being pocketed by the executive. And it's killing the country because the justice, if you want to get justice, if you don't belong to the executive, you cannot get your justice. And these are the things that Dele Farotimi wrote on his book. And it was being picked. Now, let me shock you that the same thing that is happening in Lagos here right now, Obasa now, directly or indirectly, is having his way. How many members did he have with him? He had 4 members. Who is supporting him? Who withdraw the security from the woman? Amantra, but what is her name? Who withdraw the security that make Obasa to have access to House of Assembly in Lagos? Was it not the same thing they are kicking against Fubara? Was it because of Fubara is now in the side of the presidency? They are doing all their possible means to kick him out? We are only destroying this country. And what I am saying is it's not good for this country. Because I don't know who is advising President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to make sure every case will favor him. Under PDP government that these people criticize, these people form everything. Under PDP, Oshomole get justice and become a governor in Edo State. Today, we saw what happened in Edo State election. Can the opposition get their freedom? Their size? No. I can single-handedly tell you that not under Tinubu government. Not under this Tinubu government, you will hardly see any opposition will win election in Nigeria. It will be very difficult. It will be very difficult because this man is trying all his possible best what he did in Lagos to do it, to replicate it in Federal. Everybody must be in one side. And this will kill our democracy. It will kill our democracy. It's not headed to our democracy. Look at the US. Just imagine that Joe Biden did everything to make sure he frustrated the opposition party, which is the Republicans. Do you think Donald Trump will have to become a president of the United States today? So I'm afraid, my dear brother. I'm afraid. And that's why you see a lot of Nigeria today, they are running. Some are even running to Cotonou now to secure their life because they don't know what will happen tomorrow. Like this case of this River State, you are telling me that the military are warming up. They have been locked.
Yes, the militants.
I tell you that if Tinubu did not manage this crisis, this crisis can go worse than what happened in ENSAS. I don't pray to be. But a leader will sit down and watch it that if this thing happens, don't forget that you cannot push the militant aside in Nigeria. This militant, we saw the capacity of how they hold this country before Yar'Adua came in. Yar'Adua put this country in order to what Jonathan, Buhari, and this Tinubu come to destroy. Because when Yar'Adua came in, Yar'Adua was the only president, may his soul continue rest in peace. He was the only president who told us that the election that brought him was how will I put it? Was wrong. Was not a fair elections. And what did he do? He did not just speak. He came, he was doing all the process to make sure that he put our electoral system in order. But death could not allow us to enjoy that man. He came in few times, he increased the civil servant, he put everything in order. Look at how he settled the case of this militant you are telling me. When he came, before Yaradua came, you know what happened in in Niger Delta, where they not burn anybody well. Soldiers find it difficult to withstand with those boys. But what did Yaradua do? Yaradua did not come to go and fight them. He sent Jonathan go and dialogue with these people. What did they want? And what these people want to say, you cannot come and destroy our regions. You are making money from here and you abandon us. And what happened? And Yaradua said, okay, I will listen to you people because you people have a point. He give them amnesty. Ever since then, did you hear of much of Niger Delta? Done and buried. That is where you know a good leader. But ever since that man left, Jonathan also did his own possible best where he introduced beavers. But under Buhari, after Buhari, the beavers that allowed Buhari to win election. In 2019, after his first election, he did what happened? Everything Jonathan did and Yaradua did, they swept it under the carpet. The worst election we had was this 2023. Don't forget that Young Africa bring report of how Nigeria keep losing interest in our to come out to vote. Exactly. In 2003, we have more than 50-something% people in Nigeria will come out to vote. In 2027, 50-something, whether 51, 52. But in 2023 here, we have 27%. Despite that OB movement that brought a lot of youth out, we still have 27. Now in 2029, in 2027 now, I can single-handedly tell you that with what Tinubu is doing with his people, that they have turned this country with one arm of government right now, I can tell you that this country, this vote might not up to 15% of people in Nigeria that will turn out because a lot of people will not come out. Likewise, me might not likely to come out because I don't see the reason of coming to waste my time. Is it this one they will do? They will maneuver election. We saw what happened in River State, where Wike do all his possible best.
Okay, you're a Muslim. Maybe you're not a Muslim now. What's your take on Muslims shutting down schools and arresting Christians in the north?
Of course, I've told you that the artist is barbaric. The art is not accepted because the little I know about Quran, I don't see it anywhere in Quran where it stated that during fasting, school should be shut down. That should not allow economy to strive. Where in the Arab world, who introduced this religion to us? Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, the rest of them. Are they shutting down their school? The answer is no. But let me tell you the reason why these northern people are doing it. They know that even if they don't work a month, in 2 months, they will have allocation to share at the end of the month. And that's why when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu brought this tax reform bill, they all kick against it because they know that they will pay dearly for it. It's the issue of monkey they work, babu they chop. Whereby they think even if they work, they didn't work, they will get their pay at the end of the month. And we are saying it's not healthy for Nigeria. It's not healthy for Nigeria. That's why I keep defending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No matter it takes. I pull in Nnamdi Kanu out of the Igbos leader. Other Igbo leader can collect money, can do whatever they like. And that's why majority of Igbos now, they feel that they don't have governors. Because they feel that those governors have been put in the being sponsored by the Fulani, by the houses.
Confirm facts.
That's why they cannot speak for the average Igbo.
Truth.
But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only, don't forget Obasanjo also said it, that the only Igbo man you have seen that he have rejected every offer, rejected money. Today he stood on his ground. Now no Biafra, it's better he died. So for me, everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said this country is being vindicated on a daily basis. On a daily basis. As we are we calling here a country? This is not a country. So you call a man, the man who call a country a zoo. People criticize him. I keep telling people that Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for Igbos alone. He's fighting for Yoruba. He's fighting for the Middle Belt. He's fighting for everybody. Because what these leaders have done it to us, they have destroyed this country. Don't forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a poor guy. He came from a wealthy home. He was living like good life in a United Kingdom. Before he came and said, if this Onyibo can be living this life, my people can live a better life because we have a better resources. If not because of our leaders are cowards. Our leaders are allowed this Onyibo to use their brain. They carry our resources, they move it to Britain. Britain are using it to feed their people. If we don't want to go to that Britain, they will give us conditions. You buy a visa, you'll be denied a visa, your money will go. By now, if not people like IBB that murder this country, the British will have been begging Nigeria to come to Nigeria to come and invest in Nigeria. But because we sold our birthright, by the IBB thinking by sharing Nigeria, sharing our resources to individuals, will be the best. And that's why you see them, all of them are glorifying IBB. Some say that will be donated to 2 billion. Some people say they will be
privatization.
So for me, this country, if you ask me, there is hope for the youth, there's no hope. We should stand up as youth to flush all those old takers away. But is it possible for we to flush the old takers? It's impossible because prompt to election now, they will use tribal. They will tell Yoruba man, don't go and support Igbo man. Igbo man will divide Nigeria. They will divide us.
Igbo man has not ruled Nigeria now, has not been part of that.
That's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you, because of the lies. They lied to Nigerians that Igbos are the one that planned the coup. Whereas it's not true. But thank God that IBB have said the truth. Why a lot of people are saying that IBB did not just come out and tell the world that it was not the Igbos that planned the coup. Maybe peradventure the people they kill, the blood are hurting him. They don't allow him to sleep. And that's why he doesn't have option. He need to settle it right before he go and meet his ancestors. Because the thing, his time is against him. He came and told you, don't forget that because of this lie, this propaganda, they have denied Igbo from corridors of power since after Biafra war, where Gowon said that no victor, no vanquish. But ever since then, the Igbos are being the vanquished side because they don't allow them to go to the corridor of power. People are saying now that why is it that after this IBB have revealed this secret, why didn't the Igbo elite come out and speak? Why did Igbo youth are not flooding the street? They will flood the street, they will go after them to pick them. And that's why many people are saying most of the Igbo billionaires you are seeing today are being sponsored by these same people so that it will silence them. That's why they cannot talk. Maybe na money una need, una come, una take this money, but power will not give you power.
Okay. Finally, now do you see the breakdown of the entire Nigeria as a result of River State crisis?
No, I said it before this election. I said whether it is Peter Obi that win the election, whether it's Tinubu, whether it's Atiku, two things they need to do to put the country forward. If they refuse to do these two things, I am sorry that they cannot do anything because they are building on faulty foundations. And when you are building faulty foundations, the building cannot stand. Those are the two things. I say either you restructure this country or you divide this country. But if you fail to do these two things, if you like, bring angel from heaven.
Do you think that Fubara can stand against forces of federal government since the militants are already backing him?
Let me tell you, it's not about Fubara alone. Fubara is young in politics, but there are people who are backing Fubara in this issue that Wike cannot hold River State. Wike cannot hold River State. Not when he has come out publicly and denied that he's not an Igbo. So who is supporting Wike now? The Igbos that are supposed to support Wike, they are not in the back of Wike. IJAW people now are queued behind Fubara. And tell you that never.
Confirmed, and they said never.
They are telling you that whether Tinubu like it or not, Fubara will end his 4 years.
Yes. Or more than that.
And you see, I said it to Kubo, said they will never. They tell you that Odili is an Igbo man. Amechi is an Igbo man. Wike is an Igbo man. That's why he's denying his origin. Now, the IJAW people, which is this Fubara, now have this opportunity to rule. You don't allow him to finish. They are even believing that it's Igbo coup. If not that Wike is even taking himself aside that it's not Igbo. I think Wike agree that he's an Igbo man. The IJAW people will have said that Igbo are planning coup against them, that they don't want to change them to. So for me, it is not going to be easy fight. And let me tell President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that South is not a Southwest. I believe he's a politician. He knows better. He should not cause a fight that he cannot stop. Because if this fight start, it will escalate. The North are even waiting to measure how to bring his government down. So if he gives chance, if the Niger Delta blow it up, the Northern will take it for you and he will not have a government to rule. So